Bill Walsh, Steve Jamison, and Craig Walsh. The score takes care of itself. My philosophy of leadership. Picture yourself as the head coach of a struggling football team, watching from the sidelines as your team endures loss after loss. This was the reality for Bill Walsh during his early days coaching the San Francisco 49ers. Faced with a string of defeats and overwhelming pressure, Walsh didn't just focus on short-term wins. Instead, he introduced a philosophy that would ultimately reshape not only the 49ers, but also the entire NFL, the standard of performance. His approach went beyond tactical brilliance, setting the foundation for long-term success through discipline, high standards, and unwavering attention to detail. Walsh's leadership principles aren't limited to football. They translate seamlessly into business and other fields. In any high-stakes environment, it's key to create a culture that values excellence, accountability, and constant improvement. Success comes when every individual in the organization is aligned with these values and strives for greatness, not just during moments of glory, but in the everyday grind. Building success through resilience and high standards. Bill Walsh, head coach of the San Francisco 49ers, faced a career-defining moment during his second season. His team had lost 7 consecutive games, and after a gut-wrenching defeat to the Miami Dolphins, compounded by penalties and misfortune, Walsh was emotionally drained. He felt his job might be in jeopardy, and on the flight home from Miami, overwhelmed by the weight of failure, he broke down in tears. Everything he'd worked for seemed to be slipping away. Despite these feelings, Walsh made a critical decision. He would stand and fight, focusing on the next step rather than giving in to despair. This story reflects an important aspect of leadership: resilience. Walsh didn't try to ignore or minimize his emotions, but he also didn't let them consume him. Instead of giving up, he concentrated on what could be done next, one small step at a time. In the week following the Miami game, his focus shifted to preparing for the upcoming match against the New York Giants. That game proved to be a turning point. The 49ers secured a win, and from there they began to gain momentum. It took 16 months, but Walsh's team eventually achieved the ultimate goal: winning the Super Bowl. The real key to this turnaround wasn't just the victories on the field. It was the standard of performance, a framework devised by Walsh that required everyone in the organization, from star players to support staff, to operate at the highest level in their actions and attitudes. Every individual was expected to show professionalism, respect, and dedication. This standard wasn't about demanding immediate results. Rather, it built a foundation of excellence that would eventually lead to long-term success. Walsh's implementation of this standard meant focusing on the smallest details. Players were required to dress impeccably, follow strict routines, and treat one another with respect. These behaviors shaped an environment where high performance was expected, regardless of the win-loss record at the time. The belief was simple: if you consistently focus on doing things the right way, success will follow. If you are working toward any significant goal, adopting a similar mindset can be powerful. Expect setbacks, but don't allow them to define your progress. Give yourself time to recover, then focus on the quality of your effort and behavior. Success may not come instantly, but a commitment to excellence will pave the way. Turning mistakes into opportunities in leadership. Innovation, planning, and common sense are often the driving forces behind successful leadership, even when resources are limited or circumstances seem unfavorable. One telling example comes from a simple mistake during a football game that transformed the sport. When the Cincinnati Bengals tight end Bob Trumpy accidentally lined up on the wrong side of the field, chaos ensued on the defense. While the play failed, a coach saw potential in the confusion Trumpy caused, suggesting they intentionally incorporate this motion into future plays. This small error became a strategic innovation, soon adopted across the NFL. This story shows how effective leadership often means recognizing hidden opportunities within unexpected moments. In any field, opportunities to innovate are frequently right in front of you. Success hinges on your ability to see them. Leadership demands this kind of adaptability, where even a mistake can lead to breakthrough solutions. True innovation often comes from necessity. When faced with limitations, your first instinct might be to wait for better circumstances, but a stronger approach is to maximize what you already have. A significant breakthrough in football came when a team with limited resources revolutionized how the game was played. Their quarterback, Virgil Carter, had a weak arm, but his intelligence and accuracy at short distances led to the development of a quick pass offense. Instead of focusing on long throws, they used timed, precise short passes. This strategy became what is now known as the West Coast offense, and it forever changed the game. The lesson here is clear. Instead of waiting for perfect conditions, find creative ways to make the most of what you have. Planning is another critical component of effective leadership. Pre-planning removes the guesswork when stakes are high. For instance, scripting plays before a game provides an advantage for teams under pressure, allowing them to begin confidently and with clear direction. By anticipating various scenarios, from foul weather to unexpected setbacks, you reduce the chances of making poor decisions in the heat of the moment. Careful preparation isn't about rigidly sticking to a plan. It's about being ready to adapt while still maintaining control. Great leaders know how to create innovative solutions, maximize available resources, and plan meticulously. If you can do the same, you'll set the stage for long-term success, regardless of the challenges you face. With that in mind, let's look at the fundamentals of leadership, where core concepts and strategies take shape. The foundations of effective leadership. What makes someone a leader? You can't simply announce, "I am the leader," and expect people to fall in line. True leadership stems from actions, decisions, and the respect earned through consistent behavior. This distinction can be seen in the story of Barry Switzer, a successful college football coach who struggled in the NFL. Switzer's laid-back habits and favoritism led to the downfall of a once dominant team, proving that leadership requires more than a nameplate or reputation. It requires respect, attention to detail, and discipline. Effective leadership often hinges on a trait common to all great leaders: strength of will. Regardless of their differing personalities and approaches, the best leaders, whether in sports, business, or beyond, share an unyielding determination to achieve their goals. Coaches like Mike Holmgren, Tom Landry, and Jimmy Johnson succeeded not because of identical strategies, but because they all possessed the relentless drive to see their plans through to completion. Their willpower allowed them to push past adversity and challenges, securing results through sheer perseverance. This unwavering resolve is an essential component of leadership. However, this strength of will must be balanced with self-awareness. Perseverance can easily slip into stubbornness if leaders don't recognize when their plans are failing. Knowing when to change course is as important as sticking to a vision. Stubbornly clinging to a flawed strategy, whether it's on the field or in the boardroom, can lead to failure. A good leader evaluates whether persistence is still serving the team's best interests or has turned into a harmful fixation. Equally important is focusing on the right details. Leaders should concentrate on the aspects of their role that truly affect performance. Sweating the wrong small stuff, micromanaging trivial matters, can distract from the real challenges. Strong leadership is about maintaining focus on what actually drives success, ensuring the small details that matter are addressed without getting lost in meaningless tasks. The ultimate test of leadership lies in creating a self-sustaining organization. True leadership doesn't demand constant oversight. Instead, it builds systems and cultures that function effectively even in the leader's absence. When a leader's philosophy and values are ingrained into the team, the organization can continue thriving, making the leader's presence almost redundant. Next, let's explore the essentials of building a winning team. Understanding the importance of people, setting clear priorities, and driving performance. Building a winning team through people, priorities, and performance. Success in any field is grounded in a commitment to constant improvement, a focus on the fundamentals, and the ability to lead others effectively. At the core of any high-performing team is a culture that values its people, prioritizes clear goals, and drives consistent performance. Building such a culture starts with creating an environment of respect and fairness, where individuals are motivated to give their best. When leaders focus on developing their teams and maintaining high standards, they lay the groundwork for sustained excellence and growth. Accountability starts with leadership. As a leader, you're responsible for selecting the right individuals to be part of your team. Success is directly linked to your ability to hire the right talent. The trick is to identify individuals who not only possess the necessary skills, but also share your values and vision. When building your staff, prioritize expertise and ensure that each person you bring on board is aligned with the organization's goals. Loyalty and a positive attitude are essential traits in any team member, as these qualities promote a healthy, collaborative environment. Maintaining a cohesive team goes beyond hiring. It requires constant attention to alignment and performance. Be clear about your expectations, regularly communicate the standards, and address any philosophical differences immediately. A unified approach is critical, but also recognize that creativity can emerge from allowing different methods, as long as core principles remain intact. Monitor your team's progress, but avoid micromanaging to the point where individuals lose their autonomy. One of the most significant challenges for any organization is maintaining focus after achieving success. Success can lead to overconfidence, complacency, and a drop in performance. As a leader, it's your responsibility to guide your team back to the behaviors that initially brought success. Acknowledge victories, but ensure that your team quickly returns to the disciplined work ethic that drove their achievements in the first place. Finally, never underestimate the impact of role players. Those individuals who may not be in the spotlight, but play a vital part in the team's overall success. Engaging and motivating these members is essential, as their commitment can significantly influence the overall culture of the organization. Keep them involved, acknowledge their contributions, and emphasize that their role, while not always visible, is indispensable. Success hinges on your ability to lead with clarity, fairness, and discipline. With a strong focus on people, priorities, and performance, you can build a team that consistently delivers results. Building mastery through leadership and continuous improvement. What separates the truly exceptional from the rest? Sure, there's talent and opportunity, but perhaps just as important is the ability to commit to continuous improvement and an unrelenting pursuit of excellence. To truly master your profession, you must cultivate a work ethic that sets you apart from the average. Top performers, whether in sports, business, or any competitive environment, live by this principle. It's about showing up and dedicating yourself to the fundamental work that others may find boring or repetitive. Icons like Jerry Rice and Joe Montana spent countless hours refining basic skills long after they had achieved success, understanding that mastery requires ongoing attention to the smallest details. This commitment to excellence begins with the leader. Whether you're heading a sports team or managing a business, your work ethic sets the tone for the entire organization. You can't simply demand hard work from others, you must model it. People will follow the standard you establish through your actions. In leadership, visibility is essential. The effectiveness of hard work must be clearly visible, as it serves as an example that others can emulate. Leaders have to be willing to put in the effort and demonstrate what real dedication looks like, both publicly and behind the scenes. Achieving greatness also requires a constant pursuit of improvement. Consider how you win. You must strive for the best performance and never settle for sloppiness, even in victory. Small mistakes may not change the outcome of a game, but they are opportunities to learn and get closer to the highest level of performance. Mental preparation is another key aspect of success. Having a personal ritual to focus your mind before high-pressure events can help you maintain clarity and composure. Whether you're leading a team into a big meeting or taking the field for a crucial game, establishing focus is essential to perform at your best. The ability to remain both calm and intensely focused can separate good performance from great performance. Finally, remember the importance of building a culture of mentorship within your team. By encouraging veterans to teach and guide new members, you create an environment where knowledge is passed down, ensuring sustained excellence. A successful organization fosters learning at every level, ensuring that no one is left behind. Achieving this level of mastery is demanding, but with a clear work ethic, a focus on fundamentals, and a commitment to ongoing learning, it's within reach.